Hey guys, welcome back to Channel Pause Window Cleaning, and this week number 46 of our 100K journey of 2024. Now we have Ashley joining us this week, and kind of like a little bit of a funny little preview kind of. Today we actually got rained on while working, where I did.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why this week's title is going to be, pretty much I have to figure out the name of the title, but more or less like getting rained on during work, something like that. Before we get into this week, I just want to thank Project to Payment. Now Project Payment had those two other features that I talked to you guys about, but this week we want to talk about reoccurring payments. Now this is an awesome feature on top of the other two, because essentially, let's say, because we don't do this, but let's say we're doing a storefront, like we have one like doing every single week. Instead of going and asking them like, hey, like I'm looking for my payment, we can just already have it automatically charged and all that other stuff. So reoccurring payments is awesome because it's just automatic, one less thing to worry about. And especially if you could put their cart on file, makes things so much easier, so you can automatically charge them. But super nice feature, very huge. And I mean, out of these three features that we've had, I really like the scheduling a lot, and it makes things a little bit easier for us, because now we can go and just check our schedule out and everything like that, and it lets the homeowner know like, hey, a day before, the day of, that we're coming and all that. So
everybody likes that.
Yeah.
And all our clients say, oh yeah, I got your email.
Oh yeah.
Say
yeah.
you're coming.
Yeah. No, and also like today's job too, like they even messaged me this morning because we got rained on, but they were like, oh, it looks like it's a little cloudy, but you're good to go. So, but anyways, that was kind of funny. But just want to say thank you so much, Project to Payment, for adding all these awesome features, right? We have the scheduling, email blast, and also this reoccurring payment makes things so much easier. And the best part is it's only $20 a month. And so if you use our link, right, Pause Window Cleaning, and we'll have the link in the description down below, you get 3 free months to try it out. So just want to throw that out there. But these features keep getting added on, these 3 huge features, and it's free. Like I said, it's free, it's awesome. So try it out, and there's really nothing to lose. I mean, just 3 months for free, and so I would even do it if I had the opportunity. So
it makes our life much easier.
do you love having the program?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we literally use it all the time. So anyways, but I just want to say thank you so much, Project to Payment, for sponsoring today's video, but also to really love your product and believe in the product too. So let's just get straight into it. So using Project to Payment and all that, this week was very interesting. We had 3 jobs. We had other things too going on in our life, so we only had scheduled for 3 things. But yeah, the first job was kind of funny. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This week I didn't have any work.
Yeah, to begin the beginning of the week, right?
Yeah. In the beginning, I mean, even on the weekend.
Monday, we didn't have any work.
Yeah. So
so what happened is that the past 2 weeks we're giving bids, and everybody's booking for the end of the month. Everybody, all our bids were, oh no, it's not for right now, it's for the end of the month. So we are fully booked for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah,
for sure, the next 2 weeks, 100%, even like double booking.
Fully booked.
Yeah.
But this week, nobody.
Yeah.
So it was like a very weird week.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I love that, because we were like, last week we were like, okay, so we have availability next week, which is this week. No, I want it in 2 weeks. It's like, really? So like, I mean, it's fine, right? But I know like in a previous video, I even mentioned I like it when they like throw it in the back end. But like this week, I was like, I don't like this because I have no work. We did have a job though on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. And ended up being that they also wanted to postpone that job. So it was like Sunday. I was like, oh, okay, we have a job and everything. And Project to Payment was like already saying like, hey, we'll see you tomorrow. And she was kind of like, hey, can we like kind of postpone it for like next week? And or like in 2 weeks, actually. The week of Thanksgiving, that same week. And so I was like, oh yeah, no problem, we have a slot there. But then after I moved her and I did everything on Project Payment, just moved her over, it was super easy, I was like, we don't have work this week. And like, I mean, that happens, but I mean, like, this is like our peak season, like we really just like I don't know, I'm the type of person that like, I like to work and all that, so it was very weird not to have any work. I mean, yes, who doesn't like to have a week off?
The last 2 months of a lot of work.
Yeah, that's the key, actually. Because January through March we kind of like have maybe 1 or 2 jobs a month. But anyway, so I was like a little bit stressing out a little bit about it, and also too, I just want to say thank you guys so much for placing orders through our links and even messaging me too, because it really does help out the channel, but also helps us out too, because we do use that money, to pay bills and all that. So we just wanted to say thank you very much. Again, I didn't get the last couple of orders. I don't know who it is, so I just want to say thank you so much for placing the orders.
And even if it's a small amount, you can always message Andy. He loves to hear from you guys.
And also, like, don't mind, like you were saying, like doing shout outs too. I really want to say thank you. I just very grateful that you guys have us in mind when you're like, hey, I want to place this order, I want to help Andy out. Really, and it's not like even a squeegee. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big order. Even like refilling your resin, your carbon filters, your ROs too, if you want to do that too. But yeah, it really helps out a lot. But I really appreciate, because that's actually been helping us a little bit too. But yeah, so like this week I was just like kind of like stressing out a little bit, and I was like, man, like what was gonna happen? And so, but no work.
Zero.
I mean, we knew we had work. We were even like double booking like next week and everything. So that's there, but it's just this week it was just very weird. So, but I really do have a good wife. You really have. We're very supportive, and you're like, we just wait. We'll see what happens and everything like that. And again, it was nice to like sleep in. Kind of do our thing, but on the days that we had off. But it was just kind of like weird. So so then Wednesday happened. And we had other things going on too, so like errands and stuff.
We're always busy.
Yeah, we're always busy. We actually don't really have a day off. If we have a day off, either I have to do something. But the point is, don't want to drag it out too long, is that it was like Tuesday, and then like nothing was really happening. We're like, okay, and then Tuesday, actually I should say Monday nothing happens. Then Tuesday I got 2 phone calls for bids, and so I was like, all right, let's do it. So I went out. I think you stayed home, right? Yeah. So I went out, and then from there I went to the first house. She's never had her windows cleaned before, and so I was kind of like, okay, this is the process and everything like that. For inside and out, she had like French windows that were like, again, they're not small. It was kind of like like a rectangle French window type of thing. So I charged her for inside and out $450, and she's like, all right, let's do it. She wanted it done closer to Thanksgiving, and so I was like, oh, unfortunately, we're fully booked. Like next week, we're even double booking, and the week of Thanksgiving, we're actually full. So the only appointment that we had, because we had other things going on, was Friday, right? And so she's like, all right, let's do it for Friday and everything like that. And so I was like, okay, great. And then the second bid was literally like down the street. It was like a few minutes away. And so then from there, I went there. Very nice guy. Talked about cars and everything. Really cool guy. Got the job inside and out, another $450, and he wanted his screens done too. So I was like, all right, I have Friday available. Okay, great. So then Wednesday came along, and like we were home doing some things. I actually finished our appointment early on Wednesday and everything like that. And then from there, I get a message on, and they were like, hey, I would like to have my windows cleaned, this and that. When can you do a bid? And I was like, well, I have availability this afternoon. And so he's like, all right, let's do it. So end up doing that, and then went to the guy's house, and he just wanted solar panels done, and I was like, not a problem. So he had 31 solar panels, and so as you guys know, $10 a solar panel. So I was like, yeah, I'll be around like $310, depending on the difficulty and all that. He had some skylights and everything, and so we ended up bundling it all up for $350, and the skylights too, because that one I just did it for $10 each. I was like, all right, well, if I'm already on the roof, let's just do it for $10 each. He was okay with that, just outside only. And so I was like, okay, cool. So then I was like, all right, you good to go? He's like, all right, let's do it. So I said, all right. So I got a job, just like out of nowhere, kind of, right? So then I was like, all right. So then I was doing
What time you went to work?
I think I left the house, I think like 1 or 2. Two? Was it 2? And I mean, you were happy because
I was like, go work.
Yeah. And because you got to even help out around the house too. But it was just like happy because we had work. In that sense, I'm saying happy, right? And I'm very happy we're able to do that. So I went there, did everything, and essentially what ended up happening was, I think there's a lady who's gonna ask us a question. So 1 second, guys. All right, well, that was kind of funny. We just had someone, we parked our car.
They might even see her in the video.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I guess so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we kind of parked because the sun's going down. I was like, actually, can you do a video with me today? And she's like, all right, let's do it. We're tired, but let's do it. So, but anyway, so let's see. We're talking about the first job, right? So anyways, I went, if I kind of go over what I said in the beginning, because I'm trying to beat the light here, because it's going to get too dark again. So anyways, so we ended up going to that job, the first job, and he had like 31 solar panels. We charged $10 for 4 skylights, which became $350, and then all his outside windows, we just did that for another $350. And so in total, that job that from nothing became $700. So that was awesome. And very nice individual, him and his wife. And so it was just very...
work at dark. Because we started super late. And we arrived home like 6, I think.
Yeah, now because right now...
$450 is gone.
Yeah,
The
right
sun
now,
is gone.
because like right now it's like what 4:30, right? And like
4:30.
right now, look at this. So when I finished that job, it was like 5:30. It was like pitch black, and I was like, dang. So, anyways, but they saw the process, and so actually, if I can give a tip for you guys, I don't know if I think I told you this, but what I ended up doing, the reason why I got the window job, if in itself, was because right before I went to do the solar panels, he's like, oh, so like his windows were like all like dirty, and I was like, well, if you want, I can do a spot, like not a spot, but like I can do like 2 windows for you that are facing the pool, and I can clean that for you. Think about it. If you want me to do the windows, I can come down. The setup's already there. It's the same that I use for the solar panels, the cleaning technique. I'll do it on your windows. And so he's like, all right. So right when I was on the roof, he's like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes later, he's like, let's just do the windows. I love the results. And
that's a very good idea. If you just get a solar panel, can you just clean one window and tell the person, oh, they're gonna be like, oh, I want all my windows looking like this. That's a very good idea.
Yeah. So I mean, it worked, right? But not that I was trying to like upsell, but I was just like, man, I don't know if I told you, but like they had construction, so like all the windows were like super dirty, super like thick with like dirt, which is another reason why water fed is awesome, because right there and then, boom, done deal. You know, I don't have to worry about, you know, like a rag like this going over all black, and then your washer is gonna get full of dirt and all that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say that you don't like when the towels are all dirty and all that.
We just have one washer.
Yeah.
One washer. So.
So, but anyway, so that was kind of that. And then let me think. What else? So yeah.
So we just got that job.
Yeah, like randomly. Like I said, I was busy in the morning. I had things I had to do. But then from there, it ended up being that Wednesday afternoon, and ended up working really well. So. The 2 bids that I did this week, right? I think it was Tuesday. I ended up doing them today, Friday, and back-to-back jobs, because next week is fully booked. Potentially, we just gave a bid.
We just have 1 day open next week.
Yeah, only 1 day, and like that day is very interesting because that day we're trying not to use it for a job because we have something potentially something that day. But now it looks like we can't. You have to pretty much cancel that plan to do potentially another job. We just gave a bid right now, so they'll think about it.
It is a mansion.
It's a huge, it's a historical landmark too. And they were impressed by the water fed. That's another thing too.
She took a picture of a rep. And then she saw we were inside, and she came to talk to us.
Oh yeah, and she was like afterwards, she's like, I didn't know if anyone was in there. We were like, oh, we're just making a YouTube video. I'm like, don't worry, it's not live. She's like, I hope not. I was like, oh, okay. But again, you know, this is our car, you know, so it's not like we're recording a house or whatever. Yeah. But anyways, so that was that bid. But anyways, talking about today's job though, so nice thing about Project to Payment is that first thing in the morning, they send an email saying, hey, we'll see you today, right? That's like my pre-custom text, and that's kind of what they do, which is pretty cool.
Everybody likes.
Yeah. Essentially, like when it sent the message, she responded to me, right, this morning, and saying, oh, it's a little gloomy, but it should be fine. I checked the weather myself, and it was fine. But she said in there, like, it's a little gloomy, but just come anyways. Let's just get it done, you know, because obviously she wants it done before Thanksgiving. Today is pretty much the only day. But like I said, we have 1 day next week, but we're trying to keep it for ourselves. But now it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But anyways, so we ended up booking her in, and we ended up doing the job today for her first time. We did all the windows, and she was very worried about the water fed because she's all like, oh, there's spots here and there, you know, like water spots, you know, like there's like drip marks and stuff. And I was like, oh no, it's gonna evaporate. But how was she in the inside? Like when she was telling you about the windows, everything was fine. Oh, okay.
She actually did the screens herself.
Oh yeah.
So I removed all the screens, and then I just said, yeah, it's awesome that you clean yourself. Just put them in the same spot so I can put it back on. So she did all the screens for herself. Yeah. She loved it.
Yeah.
She had those metal screens, so it was pretty easy
and it was
to
kind
do
of rusted.
with a hose.
Yeah. And also too, another tip too, which I think you really liked a lot. The garage that she had stuff kind of blocking the window. Like even though it was like let's say if you look straight at it, there's nothing in front of the window, but like stuff underneath it was kind of hard to get to. We always say that if it's hard to get to the window, we just don't do those. So yeah. So I mean,
garage windows are normally filled up to the top. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. And so so we ended up not doing those, but the rest of the house we did for $450. And she really liked the results, and she was just amazed. Even her husband came home later, and she was just like, "Wow, this looks amazing," and everything like that.
They were so impressed.
Yeah, and I mean, then they really liked us a lot, and then that was kind of it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that one was $450. So inside and out $450. She did the screens. Like, that's another thing, to another tip. Man, today's just all about tips, right? Mm-hmm. Talking to you guys about like what another option you can do. Like, we charge $5 a screen, but sometimes, you know, they don't want to pay it, so they said, "Oh, can I clean it on their own?" And I'm like, yeah, sure. We'll take off the screen. You clean, do whatever you need to do, and we'll put it back on. That's free. But for us to clean, we charge for that. So anyway, so that's kind of that. And then, so then from there we got it. So then we went to the next job. Now this job was really fun. You want me to start off? Or you want to start off the next job?
You go for it.
So the next job was nice because we ended up, this is when we got rained on. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. So we were doing the windows, and they wanted the screens done too. And so inside and out was $450, which was very easy. And they had some screens and stuff like that. And so we ended up just going, doing all the windows, and the screens. I started taking them all off. She helped me with a few of them on the inside, take them off from the outside. And then when we were cleaning, I was doing all the, my process and everything. Right at the end, I was like at the corner that was like, a few windows here, and I'm not even joking, like I just started feeling a little drizzle. I was like, okay, this is fine. This is my first time going through, because as you guys know, I cleaned the windows twice. So I'm going once, and then like right when I started going, like kind of like on the second time, I just started getting drenched with water. I was like, what in the world? I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna stop because I'm already done. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can come back later. I was like, no, I'm gonna finish this. So I just kept going, and fortunately they had like a little roof.
They had something to protect all the windows.
So we were going. I was like, oh yeah. Ended up doing it. I was like, all right, that's great. So.
And she came to talk to you when she saw that it was raining.
Yeah, and she was
super nice.
And she was more worried about me than her house, which was very nice. And so I was like, no, it's okay. So I was just like, maybe the screens, we just don't do this time. We can leave them out for you, tell you where they go, and if you want, you can, like hose them off a little bit. And we're not gonna
clean screens in the rain.
Yeah, because if you clean it, then it becomes...
And she was like, I wanted so bad my screens.
Yeah, and so, but then we kind of like talked a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Talked about life.
15 minutes after the rain was over. Yeah. And the prediction you saw, it was an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes after it was done.
Yeah, because...
Yeah,
because the whole day it said that it was nothing. Then when it was literally raining, okay, it's raining, right? So I'm like looking, and it's like projected for 1 hour, because it's weird. Like half the sky was blue, the other half was like dark, and then we got dark on top, and then eventually just became blue again. Very, very weird. But we got rained on. I mean, I got rained on. I was going. It stopped raining, and then what did we do after that?
We did the screens.
She really wanted the screens.
She really wanted.
So we did, and they really needed to be cleaned. Really, they were like full of dust. So we cleaned those, and then from there we
put them back on.
We put them back on,
and the windows look perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Not even a single spot.
Yeah, and
of the rain.
And that's another thing too. That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, that like we were like, oh no, we're confident, and that's another thing you should tell the customers too. Especially if you live in a rainy area. Yeah. Rain is pure water.
But we did said that if any of the windows look bad, we'll come back to touch it up. Because she didn't even saw the windows cleaned, and it was water from the rain.
Yeah, and they also had a party on Sunday. So not that they needed it done like today, but they needed it done kind of. So, and she even said if her husband knew that it was going to rain today, they would have canceled the appointment.
But she liked it. She liked it very much.
Yeah.
But at the end of the job, no rain. Screens clean, and the windows perfect. The windows really good.
Now the light doesn't want to go. We've been talking too much. But anyways, it was a very simple, easy cookie cutter, and now we're doing this video for you guys. We just got a bid right now, which is like amazing. So we might even, don't get me wrong, I like to work. Like I said, it's that personal appointment that we have on Wednesday, but it looks like we might have to not be able to do it, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. But again, it's like, now we're like fully booked all the way to Thanksgiving.
We did 2 bids after the job. We got the 2 bids.
Oh, what an amazing wife. Yeah, we did 2 bids even after today's job that we for sure got. And one of the bids was so nice. She's like, oh, well, actually both of them are after Thanksgiving. But we were saying like, we need the job. So this Wednesday, so we're like, oh yeah, the first bid, we have Wednesday open, and that's the only availability before Thanksgiving. This is our busy season. oh, we don't need to have our windows clean before Thanksgiving. You
We're
want to
gonna
do
do
it?
it Black Friday.
We're gonna do it on Black Friday. And I was like, all right, you know.
Awesome.
So hey, for me, work is work. I can do like the Black Friday sales and all that when I get home. I'm not gonna go and kill myself going to buy something that's, you know, like some percentage off. I'll rather just buy everything online. That's just the way I do it. You know, I think it's more safe. Anywho, we got that job for Black Friday, right? And then we got another bid, and they're like, can you do it before, like, I forgot what day in December? And I'm like, yeah. So, like, after Thanksgiving, yeah, sure. So we got both of those jobs. So that's great. And then we're here, got a bid now that potentially we're going to do on Wednesday. And it was so funny because they already were putting us in even before, like in their schedule, even before we gave them the price. But, I mean, it's a huge house, French windows, inside and out. So we gave it to them, and we gave them the price and everything. And they're like, yeah, because that's the only day. That was what I was trying to try to get at. It's the only day before Thanksgiving that they have available, because that's what they wanted for us, before Thanksgiving. So but I think we got the job, but if not, it's not a problem. We have the day off then.
Today was a big day. 2 jobs, 3 bids.
Are you tired?
Yes.
I'm tired too. You know,
from not having any work this week was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So how much you made it this week?
Oh, I forgot.
So from the second job today was $450 plus 21 screens, who ended up being $555.
Yeah. So it's going to be a fun number this week. So this week we made 1,705, not 1,700, 1,705. That 5 is going to go a long way. You're going to see. That's going to change everything, you know. But again, you know, that's why we want to keep it fair when it comes to screens. You know, we just charge $5 a screen. You have 21 screens. We charge $5 each. It became $105, and that's pretty much it. But again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for placing orders through us. If you ever need any help, I know a couple of you guys, you know, are kind of a little bit hesitant on getting a water fed system because of the price and all that. Totally understand. I was on the same boat and everything like that, but ever since I got it, I never have looked back. And those of you, and I can use, you know, those that have purchased systems through me, I just want to say thank you guys also again. But just based on those stories, those individuals have not regretted one bit. They've actually got their money back right away. So just letting you guys know, it is a big investment, but at the end of it all, once you have it, you're not going to look back. And especially when you do the right techniques, that's why I have videos of how to water fed and all that. So do your research, you know, how to water fed and all that. Do it at your house, you know, do all that before you start doing it. But it's a game changer. Even like right now, this bid that we just did right now,
she's super impressed.
She's super impressed. She's like, oh, you have this water fed, you don't have to use a ladder. I'm like, no, I'm just pretty much do it like this. So super nice, but again, it's a good selling point too. But all in all, thank you guys for placing orders. Also, Project to Payment to making our life so much easier. We're so busy right now. I already just put everything into the system. I didn't even get my phone out because it's actually about to die too. But yeah, everything's just been so smooth with Project to Payment. We love it a lot. A lot of new features that are going to come out hopefully in the near future. That you guys are really gonna like. There's one in particular I really like too that's gonna come out hopefully soon. But man, just the software itself just keeps getting better all the time. So anyways, if you made this far, don't forget
to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to do that. And most importantly, just thank you guys a lot for this whole journey. And it's almost over. Can you believe that?
Yes. Wow, 52 weeks we did it.
Well, technically this year is going to be 53 kind of. It's like 52 and a half, right? So, but all in all, we're just very fortunate to be able to meet a lot of you guys who have work. And man, we're finally getting... Like, even though I know in the beginning I like to do one job a day, right now we're like double, triple booking. We're like almost at the finish line. Let's just get all the jobs, because I know January through March we're not gonna have any work. So
I like to double book.
Yeah. So especially like today, and get bids and get all. Oof, man, what a job. But anyways, I'm gonna keep talking all day. But anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, like she said, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, bye.
Bye.